Like, oh yeah, I do.
Who are you talking to? I hear you.
Hey.
You don't have to turn. All right, well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome and thank you so much for being part of our wonderful camp service. Even though we might not be able to be physically at camp this evening, we can still bring the Ruach just like we would if we were. And even if you haven't been to camp, we can still, of course, bring the Ruach, bring the Spirit as we bring in this wonderful holiday of Shabbat. So we are going to begin with a few readings from our wonderful campers. If we could switch over to our PowerPoint presentation. And you're going to be able to hear a little bit from the campers tonight and learning a little bit about who they are, where they're coming from, which you'll actually be able to see on our PowerPoint presentation, on our CDOR presentation, I guess I should say. So we're going to begin with Ellie Rubicek.
If I could be at camp every day, that would be my definition of heaven. They say that the happiest place on earth is Disneyland. They're wrong. It's camp. Most days I can't tell you the day, but I can tell you how many days till camp. Also, do you want to know how many days till I go to camp? Okay. It's approximately 374.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now we have a great camp quote coming from our own Scott Simon.
Time passes differently at camp. You can miss a year, and when you go back, it's like you never left. Summer camp is about growth and accomplishment. It is the counselor's job to help those things happen, not just to keep these busy. Camp is where strangers become friends, and friendships last forever. The amazing thing about camp is that it truly brings out the best in everyone. You don't feel like you have to change who you are.
Wonderful, and thank you so much. And now Mimi Simon will read us a quote and a special camp blessing.
There is no good Wi-Fi at camp, but I'll promise you that you will never make better connections. Friendships started at camp, and they can be separated by miles and months without losing any of their strength. I don't get homesick, I get camp sick. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer hamachonech. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, creator of camp.
And now that we're all coming together, thank you so much for our first speakers. We're coming together, all joining, even though it's virtual, all joining and dwelling together as one, just like we would as camp. We begin with our opening song, Hine Matov Manayim. Wonderful, and thank you. And for those who may not have met her just yet, our song leader for tonight, Leah, is coming and singing such wonderful and beautiful camp songs. So thank you so much for being here tonight. We now go to our candle lighting blessing, and it is my pleasure to invite Sophia Hoy to lead us in that blessing. I think we'll invite Sophia. Oh, yes. Oh, there you are. Oh, I think you're still on mute, Sophia. There you are.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher
Oh. I know we got that started, but we didn't hear the end of that, Sophia. You may have broken up a little bit. Oh, she just texted me that her computer froze. No worries. We can all say, even though, because she said it, even though we didn't get to hear it all, we can all say Amen. And now we go to our Baruch Hu, and I invite everyone, if you are, to please rise if you are able.
kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner.
There it was. Wonderful. Everyone may be seated, and it is my pleasure to invite up to read our Ma'ariv Aravim, Ryan Stokes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma poteach she'arim uvitvuna meshane itim umachalif et hazmanim umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem berakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or uma'avir yom umevi layla Umavdil ben yom uvein laila. Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Amen. And now to read a camp poem, Felix, who I think this was going to be his first summer at camp, so very excited that he can come and read this poem.
Crack, crack, the fire crackles under the star. Sizzle, sizzle, the water sizzles above the fire. Crunch, crunch, the crampers crunch on potato chips. Click, clack, click, clack, the tent poles click and clack together. Rustle, rustle, as we prepare our sleeping bags to go to sleep. Chirp, chirp, the chickens, the crickets say goodnight.
Raise the chickens.
Wonderfully done. And now I invite everyone to please rise for the Shema. Everyone may be seated, and it is my pleasure to invite to read and chant the Ve'ahavta, Kara Notaris.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher Anokim etzabecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'divartam bam v'shivtecha beitecha uvavteha vadera uvshavteha uvkumeha uvchartam leot ayadeha v'hayu letotafot beineneha uvtatam Amizobetaha uvishareha leman tiskeru vasitem et kometzotai vitem kedoshim Elohehem ahani Adonai Elohehem asher hotzeitem meretz Mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim ani Adonai Elohehem.
Thank you so much. And now we have a reading from Charlotte Kirsch.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And we continue now with our song, the Micha Mocha, celebrating a wonderful miracle.
Micha mocha
We continue now with Miles coming from Camp Shy to read us a camp prayer.
All right, thank you. Okay. Though we can't be together, I pray for our camp, for the classes, for grade us and teach us so many things. I follow campers who become lifelong friends, for the monthly staff who keep things safe and clean, and for the leadership who get to explain all their things by camp, for the issue that us palm trees and swim and lakes, for rain, which give us get inside factories, for Shabbat each special day, even with always special place, for marshmallow stored for so easier, for anything that makes camp so special.
Thank you so much, Miles.
You're welcome.
And now we will go to a Hashki Venu English prayer with Haley.
Let there be the English part first.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us walk with good companions to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, Haropos, Sukkot, Shalom, Eloheinu Bekol Amo Yisrael Ya Yerushalayim.
Thank you so much. Now, most of the prayers that we've done so far tonight are prayers that can be done any day, but our next song, the Vishamru, is one that's special for Shabbat. So make sure we bring a Ruach to this song on mute, but still.
Mommy.
So I hope everyone was able to feel the Ruach in that, and we will continue to feel that spirit as I invite everyone to please rise for the Amidah. Adonai sifatai titach ufia gita hilatecha. Adonai sifatai titach ufia gita hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Ha'akol, Vezocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula, Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibur le'olam Adonai, Mechaye metim atah Rab lehoshia, Morid hatal. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye metim berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha bal givurot umito melech memit umechayem umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah lechayot metim Baruch atah Adonai mechaye hametim Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yihallelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Everyone may be seated, and it is my pleasure to invite up Joe, who will lead us in this Avodah prayer.
You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance, and let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levarcha v'yira na'avod.
Amen. Thank you very much, and Yasher Koach. And now my pleasure to invite up Olivia to read us the prayer for the Hoda'ah.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of our soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shemha, ulcha na'eh ihodot.
Amen. Thank you, and another wonderful Yesher Koach. And for Yesher Koach to everybody who's gone and helped with our service so far. We continue now with the song Yehiyu L'Ratzon, followed by a small amount of silent prayer. We continue now asking for peace with Oseh Shalom. And now it's my pleasure to invite up, before we get to our Torah service, Sam, who's going to tell us just a little camp story.
Perfect. One of my favorite camp stories actually happened this past summer when I was a Machon in Sofim. And it was my first time ever being in Sofim, and therefore my first OSTOC that I had ever been a part of. And watching, as my mom doesn't know, OSTOC is the talent show that happens that Sofim puts on. And so being able to watch the kids get super duper excited about learning all the songs and learning their lines and about Caravan, and watching all the effort that they put into it, and also like gathering with my fellow co's and my counselors and spending through the night, like working on the set to make to put smiles on these kids' faces. And then finally the day of, and right at the end, when all of Sofim just starts cheering and we go through our whole cheer spiel, and just watching how happy these kids were and the energy that all of the counselors felt and all the kids felt, and seeing their faces just brighten up, that is probably my favorite memory from just camp in general, and also just from last summer. And I think that that's something that I will definitely be missing this summer, is that energy that we all share. But I think that it's really important to have these, to keep in touch with people, because then we can still have that happiness even when we're not there.
Wonderful, and thank you so much for that wonderful story. And it looks like you got some good shout outs in the comments as well, so all good things. We are now going to come to our Seder Kriyat HaTorah. As you can see, I went in from the Bayit into the sanctuary at Eitz Chaim, and we are going to begin our Torah service with the song Al Shlosha Devarim.
Al
So our Torah portion this week is Korach. Now, Korach is a very famous portion because we have someone who's coming to challenge Moses, Aaron, and Miriam's authority. This person is the name Korach, the person, of course, the Torah portion is named for. Now, he is unable to actually take on the power that is he is looking for, and the earth actually ends up opening up and swallowing a whole bunch of people in his camp. It's kind of one of those times where we see a crazy thing happen in the book of Numbers, where people get a little bit upset, so they complain, and then something happens to them, like the earth opening up and swallowing them. Another time, a whole bunch of snakes come. There are a few different things that happen, but it is I think, a wonderful Torah portion, and in Korach, a very interesting character. So we are now going to go to our reading, and it's my pleasure to call up our Aliyah and our Torah reader for tonight. Ta'amod Rivka bat Natan Laliyah HaTorah, Yamod Neftali ben Raphael Udina Likro HaTorah.
Baruch Hu es Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayikach Korach ben Yitar ben Kahat ben Levi v'Datan v'Aviram b'nei Elav v'On ben Pelet b'nei Ruven. Vayikumu lifnei Moshe v'anashim mibnei Yisrael 50 umatayim Usiei Eda Kurie Moedan Moed Anshe Shem. V'kahalu al Moshe v'al Aharon v'yomru alehem Rav Lachem ki kol ha'eda kulam kadoshim uvtocham Adonai umad ua titnasu al kahal Adonai.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet, V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu, Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Our thoughts now turn to those of our community and families who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening of Norm Black, Jill Levant, Elwood Frederick Bryan, Rick Westerman, Dan Schoenberg, Karen Levinson, Jenna Levinson, Lucy Gleason, Laura Alberton, Scott Burstein, Marcia McCrae, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Misha berach Abotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, Hu yivarek v'yirpeh kol cholei Israel v'yishlach lachem b'mhera refuah shlema, refuah tanefesh, refuah taguf, v'nomar Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor, and may God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen. We now all bring that spirit together as we sing Misha Berach.
Before
It is now my pleasure to invite up for a prayer book passing, Rachel Wood.
Approximately 1 year before a student is scheduled for their bar bat mitzvah date, the student can begin signing in for their 13 required services. This gives everybody in the family, a good warning that this wonderful life cycle event is approaching quickly. Tonight, we have the opportunity to publicly welcome Evan Fine, who is about to begin this journey. Evan, in about 6 or 7 months before your bar mitzvah, you and I will begin to meet to prepare for this special day. In 1 year, you will be called to the bima as a bar mitzvah. You will lead us all in worship, and we will be fortunate to hear your thoughts on your Torah portion and beyond. In addition to your bar mitzvah, you will also be able to welcome the 6th grader the next year who shares this portion with you 2 years from now. Although we are not together in person, so I can pass you this book, we will present you with the book when we return to the synagogue. Even though you can't be at camp this year, we can still celebrate the wonderful relationships which are made at camp. And I know we'll see many of your camp friends next year at your bar mitzvah. Mazel tov to you on your upcoming bar mitzvah.
So we now welcome Evan as he begins this wonderful journey, thus linking Torah and tradition together. Now, if anyone else had the Torah portion Korach, please, you can say something in the chat, but everyone please rise for a special blessing. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God give you peace. Everyone may be seated. It is now time to return. Oh, wait, it's not time just yet, excuse me. We are now going to invite up Evan to read for us the prayer for Israel.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread it over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Thank you, Evan. And now we'll invite up Lexi to read our prayer for America.
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit our protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing with those who are in need. Help us appreciate one another.
I think we may have lost your sound, Lexi.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, should I restart?
No. Just where do we live?
And it vote among the nation may contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes, strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all the lands, and may the love of your name hallow ever home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of our peace. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. And now to read the prayer for medical workers, Jesse.
O
Okay, once. O Holy One, we come to you as did our ancestors during times of crisis and fear. We ask for your blessing upon your inhabitants, that they are welcome under the shelter of your protection and peace. Bless those who are suffering, all who are in pain. May they be blessed with wholeness and strength. Please send your blessing to the heroes of the moment, the doctors, the nurses, and the healthcare workers on the front line of this pandemic. Those whose holy work is to save as many lives as possible. Bless the work of their hands and hearts. Protect them from illness and despair, exhaustion and overwhelm. And send your blessing to all of our essential workers who deliver food, stock the shelves, teach our youth, and otherwise put their lives on the line every day to bring us as much normalcy as possible. Bless those who strengthen our local communities and ultimately to the world. And we are intrinsically connected to one another. May we be blessed with your divine love, and let us say amen.
Amen. Yasher koach, and thank you for everyone. And we will now, although we don't have a Torah to put away, I will go reach kind of behind me and put it back in the ark with the song Eitz Chaim Hi. And now it is very much my pleasure to introduce our wonderful storyteller for tonight, Jerry Kaye.
There we go. Why, thank you, Rabbi. I want to tell you that, first of all, the service was great, and the people who were reading were just terrific. All of you who've already been to OSRUI, and those of you who are coming, and those of you who go to other Jewish camps, it's a great opportunity to get together and to see each other. So I want to talk to you tonight about a few sort of different things. First of all, you see that I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt tonight. Now, those of you who were at camp in the summers when I was there will remember that every Shabbat during the day, I wore a different Hawaiian shirt. Tonight, because it's not tomorrow morning and I'm not going to be at your service or at camp tomorrow morning, I decided it was time to wear a Hawaiian shirt because it reminds me of creation. Oh, you want to know how? I'll tell you. Each day of creation, different things were built, different things were created. On day 6, there were land animals created, like camels, not rabbi camel, like camels that go wandering through different places, and puppy dogs and elephants and monkeys. On day 5, there were flying creatures, like robins and hummingbirds and parrots and owls. Owls, imagine, they sort of can fly. On day 3, there were plants and trees, of which they had fruit, some of them, that was really cool. Now, one day came along and the monkey discovered the elephant. Oh, he only saw one part of the elephant because, you know, elephants are really big, and he couldn't see all of it at once, but he felt its leg and he said, oops, something's big here. And he said, I think I'm going to get to know more about this. And he then crawled all the way up the elephant, all around the elephant, until he discovered that this elephant was really great. And the elephant looked at the monkey and he said, you know, I think you're really great too. And they went back and forth like this for quite a while. saying, I'm great, no, you're great, no, you're great, and I'm great too, and we're both great. Well, they got to the point of saying this more times than they wanted. So they looked at each other and they said, you know what? Why don't we go to talk to the owl? Owls are really wise, and we're going to ask the owl for advice about who is more great. So they went to the owl and they sat down in front of the owl and they said, we're having a discussion about who's greater. Is it the elephant or is it the monkey? Or is it the monkey or is it the elephant? And they went back and forth like this with the elephant. Miles is trying to demonstrate all of the things that we're talking about here. So just take it easy, Miles, we'll get there. And the owl looked at them and said, you know, I can give you advice and you can figure out who's more great if you just give me a minute. They said, oh, whatever you want, absolutely. So the owl said, around the bend, over the hill and down to the edge of the river and across the river, there's a fabulous tree. And on this tree, there's a branch that has a pear, a golden pear on it. And if you'll bring me that pear, we'll see who can bring it first. So they looked at each other and they said, sure, let's go do it. They ran all the way to the river. The elephant looked at the river and said, I can cross that river. The monkey looked at the river and he was not in a good mood. He said, I don't think I can cross that river. I don't think I can cross that river. And it reminds me of some of the things going on in the world today. We have lots of kinds of rivers, not really rivers with water in them, but challenges and questions that we have to figure out, and we have to work with other people. And can we do it? Well, the elephant looked and said, I can do it. The monkey said, I can't. So the elephant said, listen, I'm a nice creature. Hop on my back and I'll take you across the river. So he did just that. He hopped on his back, crossed the river, and they got all the way across the river, and then they saw the tree that the owl was talking about. And on the tree was a golden pear. And it was way up high. And the elephant said, I'm going to reach it with my trunk. And he tried to reach his trunk all the way up, but couldn't quite make it. It was just a little too far. The monkey said, I can help. I'll go up on, because I can climb the tree. I'll climb the tree and I'll find the golden pear and bring it down. And he did that. He did exactly that. He plucked the pear, but he couldn't swim. He couldn't swim. And so he looked up at the elephant and he said, can you help me with this? The elephant said, sure, I can help you with this. And so they crossed the river. They went to the owl with the pear in trunk or hand, not sure which, and thought about what they were going to say to the owl. And they said, you know, we can just say we're both smart and smart enough to make it work when we're together. The same thing is true these days when we work together. And I don't remember the girl who read a piece that I think she had written, but it says there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands. And I thought that was great. I thought that was exactly what I was thinking about. And this week's Torah portion, Korach, that we already heard a part of, Korach was a guy who wasn't the nicest fellow on earth. As a matter of fact, I like to pronounce his name a little differently. I call it Kerach. Same letters, but different sound. And Kerach is the Hebrew word for ice. And this person in those days had that kind of personality. He was like ice. And Korach wanted it all. And he particularly wanted to be the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. And Moses said, there can only be one high priest. He said, why? Why can't everybody be a high priest? And Moses said, I didn't make that rule. I'm just telling you. And so Korach refused. And so God took it all away from him, and he didn't survive. When we work together, we can make it work for all people, just like those two creatures that were created in the first days of creation. And just like we heard tonight, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands. And I hope that that's what all of you will be able to do in your life, whether you're coming to camp next year for the first time, not this year, unfortunately, or you're coming to camp next year for the 5th, 8th, 7th time, or you're just helping in your house and your family is helping you. It's all possible if we just join hands.
Thank you so much, Jerry. And for those who might not know, Jerry is the former director of OSRUI and and as we heard, of course, and always will be, wonderful storyteller. So very fortunate to have him tell such a great story. Shabbat Shalom, Jerry. Thank you so much for being
My pleasure.
here.
And in 2 weeks, if you turn on Stories We Tell on the URJ website, you'll hear that story being told by someone else.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you again so much. It's now my pleasure to invite up our board person for tonight, Joel, and I believe Jacob Spenedel.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name is Joel Spenedel. I'm representing the board of directors tonight. I do have a question. If it's easy to go back to camp after 2 years, just like you never left, how about if it's 40 years? I think that might be a little different. We're fortunate, at least, to be able to go back to camp for retreat. We may not go for summer camp, but we go for retreat. And I believe it's only, Rob, is it only 300 days till retreat? Something like that. I think it's about 10 months from now. I just have a few quick announcements. Monday, June 22nd, Talmud on Tap with our very own Rabbi Camel. Very important, at 7 p.m. On Tuesday at 7 p.m., there's an interesting discussion. Let's talk about race for high schoolers and their parents. And also on Tuesday evening, 7:30, we have Roberta Rosenthal Qual discussing her books, Remixed Judaism, Preserving Tradition in a Diverse World. And then on Wednesday, June 24th at 11:15 a.m., we have Qui-Gong with Jack Fried. Jacob, what else is Wednesday?
And this Wednesday, we celebrate my dad's and my mom's 30th anniversary. Until on a Friday.
Yeah, no, that's Wednesday, Jacob.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, and this is an anniversary of sorts for my family because it was 11 years ago on June 19th that we went for the Friday night service for my daughter, and her parsha was Korach. Or as Jerry, I guess it's Kerach, but she did wonderfully. And then she immediately raced off that Monday after our party and such to OSRUI. Unfortunately, this year, we won't be able to race off to OSRUI after this Parsha, but everybody, we will look forward to going back next year, both for retreat and for camp, and may it be an easy and safe and healthy year for everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
And also, with my wish, my friend, Hashikarak, we probably miles. We probably will. Good job.
Yeah, for you to Camp Shy, sir. Shabbat Shalom all.
Wonderful. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom. We will continue now with the Aleinu as I invite everyone to please rise.
This is just a repeat after me part of a little piece of the end of the Aleinu, and it goes like this.
Everyone may be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us. Tonight, as a community, we remember and honor the Yortzites of Florence Kirschbaum, mother of Gerald Kirschbaum, Abdul Razik, father of Bibi Lifson, grandfather of Michelle and Michael Lifson, Edith Unger, mother of Carol Wolfson, Ruth Bazin, mother of Linda Siegel, Ferdinand Fishman, father of Sherry Kaiser, Edna Smiths, mother of Ellen Gossage, Annette Glassberg, mother of Lisa Margulies, Seymour Greenstone, father of Diane Kleiber, Leah Lerner, mother of Marla Huddleston, Bob Root, grandfather of Heather Levine, Chana Rosen, aunt of Dina Fruin, Lawrence Casper, uncle of Alan Walsky, Joel Lax, father of Robert Lax, Leonard Winston, father of Nancy Goodman, Robert Bell, father of Eileen Landau, Rose Dorsey, mother of Gary Dorsey, Edith Katz, grandmother of Evan Katz, Clarence Maroon, grandfather of Joseph Levine, Bernard Rabins, father of Jack Rabins, Marvin Abelman, father of Janice Abelman, Fanny Nichols, grandmother of Shirley Sukanik, Samuel Primack, grandfather of Lori Hall, Bernard Kahn, husband of Gloria Kahn, Sue Kahn, wife of Michael Kahn, Howard Rudolph, cousin of Philip Bogelov, and we also mourn the recent passing of Floyd Bonk, father of Virginia Weisskopf, Aidan Snyder, cousin of Judy Freed, and Jerry Weiss, mother of Mark Weiss. We rise as one community as we turn to the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yotev yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Israel, ba'gala b'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach le'olam u'me'almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'rechu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May all their memories be for a blessing. Our closing song this evening is Ya'aloz Sedai, and everyone may be seated, but everyone, of course, needs to bring the Ruach for this song. So a yesher koach and wonderful job for everyone who participated in tonight's service. And it is now my pleasure to invite up Braden and Caitlin and Eli, if you'd like to do our final Shabbat Shalom.
As we go out to this Shabbat, we take camp with us. Whether we went to OSRUI, Camp Shai Tamarok, or any other camp, we will always be Chanuchim.
We live every Shabbat like the world is at peace, which means we live every Shabbat like we are at camp. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And Eli, do you want to come up for Shabbat Shalom as well?
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Eli. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And we'll keep this Ruach going all throughout Shabbat and into next week. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We'll turn off live.
Nice service, Rabbi.
Thank you very much, Anne. And thank you, another big thank you to Jerry for telling that wonderful